What's going on YouTube? Overused here. Today I'm going to cook breakfast for dinner and talk about the 5 most overused things in video games. They're really not in any order from least hated to most hated, but here we go. Alright, number 5. For me, number 5 would have to be using Amnesia as some sort of plot device in your video game. During the mid-2000s, this was a really popular thing to do. I remember graduating high school, big, and buying a couple of games like Second Sight, Breakdown, both really good games, but both of them used Amnesia as a plot device. And it's not the only 2 games that's done it. Several games have done it since then. But personally, I just can't feel sympathy for characters that are like, who the hell am I? And you guys have probably heard that line 50 million times. So Amnesia as a plot device would definitely have to be number 5, and I really freaking hate it in a video game. It's very overused. Prototype was one of the games that finally killed it for me. I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? So we're watching Bake and Cook, and we're talking about Amnesia. You know, come to think of it, there's actually a game called Amnesia. And guess what it's about? Your character has amnesia, and he has to go through a scary castle and find out who he is. It's a cool game, but, you know, we've all seen that done before. And to me, most of the time, there are a couple of exceptions, maybe Amnesia being one of them, but it seems like a lame way to kind of just write off a story. Like, you just have no idea what the hell's going to happen. It just seems really poor in choice, in my opinion. My opinion's a fact, so. Let's talk about Cliffhangers for a second. That's going to be number 4. Now, I fully comprehend the idea of the story arc stretching out to maybe 3 games. But Cliffhangers are just pathetic. When I think of a cliffhanger, the game that comes to mind would be Assassin's Creed series. All of those games, all 4 games, have no resolution whatsoever. You know that once you buy the game for $60, you're going to end up having to wait another year for the next part of the storyline. And literally, the games leave off right seconds before the sequel. So, I say screw Cliffhanger. Number 3 on the list, sequels and remakes. Now, for this didn't actually go well. For this specific category, GoldenEye would come to mind. You know what, we're just going to crumble this up. That's how we're going to do it. Oh, there's a patty. There we go. I'll just have to shape it and get my hands dirty. GoldenEye. When I first heard about it on the Wii a couple of years ago, my first impressions were, I'm scared, but I'm excited. And I think that's how everybody feels about remakes, whether it's video games or movies. It can be exciting. Syndicate, for example. Perfect example. The game's coming out sometime this year, and the original came out maybe 15 years ago on the Super Nintendo. So perfect timing if you want to remake something like that, or maybe even produce a sequel. Deus Ex Human Revolution, one of my favorite games last year. Definitely deserving of a sequel, and they're not pumping these things out year after year like Call of Duty. This year, surprise, what's coming out in November? Call of Duty 12. I mean, it's getting pretty pathetic. And things like GoldenEye, why in the hell do you need to remake something like that? I mean, leave it untainted. The game was golden, no pun intended. It was awesome as it was, and there's really no need to touch a franchise like that. Sequels and remakes. This next category is going to get me flamed. Zombies. Now, obviously I really like zombies. I remember back in the Sega and the Super Nintendo days, Zombies Ate My Neighbors actually left a really nice mark in my retinas. I still remember seeing my little dude carry around a rocket launcher and annihilate zombies. But now it seems like they're in there just to be in there. They really have no purpose in games. Aside from games like Dead Island or Left 4 Dead, it's just a big fad going on right now. I love zombie movies, I love some of the games, and I actually own Left 4 Dead and Dead Island. But really, like games like Black Ops, World at War, that just have a miniature, kind of a mini game where people just go on and on. Oh my God, have you played Nazi Zombies? Yeah, I played Nazi Zombies. And I've done several of the waves, and I'm not impressed. It's just wave after zombies. Now, had the game actually not been called Call of Duty World at War or Call of Duty Black Ops, had it been called instead Nazi Zombies, I think I'd have a lot more respect for it. But the fact is, when I play Call of Duty, I'm not playing it to play a zombie game. I have enough of those. If I want to play a zombie game, I'll play a good one. I'll play Dead Island, that you can run around and kill fucking zombies with bats, with screwdrivers tied to them. I don't know. Anyway, done with that rant. Don't like the newer zombies and how much overstock they are in video games now. Number one for me was actually, it's kind of tough to make lists because you just, whoops, camera shake. You just really don't know what to put on your list, and you kind of just want to rant about everything once you start compiling a list. So number one is going to be QQing and video games online. And let me get this sausage patty up in there. Alright, cool. So, for those of you that really don't play online games, QQing is basically an emote to where you're crying, you're bitching about something online. Now, I bitch a lot, and I admit, I've complained tons of times playing Modern Warfare 3, throw the controller down, and just give up and rage quit. But whenever people, whenever I talk to people and they're like, man, you freaking wussy, stop using the shotgun or stop using the sniper. It seems like every freaking time you get a win on any kind of video game, somebody is going to bitch about it. And that's really just a part of the online community nowadays. You cannot play any game without that happening. I'm playing the Old Republic right now, and just a quick little story to give you guys a good example. I'm level 33, and I'm a Sith warrior, and this level 28 dude challenges me. Now we're on top of this platform. Kind of think of this stove as the platform, and he challenged me to a duel. Well, I declined it because he's 28 and I'm going to whip his ass anyway. He's just a bounty hunter. Well, finally, he starts calling me out, and it's annoying, and I'm like, fine, dude, I'm not scared. I'll just go ahead and challenge you. And so I accept this challenge. We duel, and he's standing at the edge, and I do one move. I do a force push, and it, makes him fly back 30 foot off the edge of Nar Shaddaa, this planet, and he dies. And immediately he's just, yo, you fucking cheater, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, no, dude, that's my move. I whipped your ass in a duel. We're done here. You just can't, it seems like people don't want you to have better skills than them online, and it's irritating. Whatever game it is, Call of Duty is one of the big ones I can think of right off the top of my head. Madden Online. I think I played Madden 11 once online. Battlefield's a big one. I mean, people are going to complain whether it's about your camping, your corner camping, whatever you do. I remember Call of Duty, I would actually just use 2 claymores, Modern Warfare 2. I'd set up my 2 claymores, maybe one in this door, maybe one in this door, and then I would just sit in that room and run back and forth and shoot people, and if I don't hit them, my claymore would catch them. And people would complain about that. They'd call it camping. And I'm just like, you know what? It's strategy. They wouldn't put sniper rifles in the game if they didn't want people to use them. They wouldn't put claymores in the game if they didn't want people to use them. So QQing would have to be definitely my number one. So guys, that's my top 5. I'd like to do one of these again, but I'm going to finish cooking this and I'm going to eat. So thanks for tuning in. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Peace out, guys.